Okay. I said go, and I just picked up my tea. But I can drink a lot of tea in this slide because this is pipeline, the value for the human resources department. So why don't I just start drinking a lot of tea now? Ha! It's a joke. And I'm allowed to joke because for the past 20 years, if there's any department I've been closer to, apart from sales, it is those lovely HR people. So I will have some fun and you will suffer in pain or have some fun depending on your preference. HR. Step one of the pipeline. Step one allows a system of evaluating new salespeople. Ha! HR people, how do you evaluate the quality of a salesperson? When your sales director comes to you and says, how should we evaluate the new salesperson? What do you say? I know what you say. You say, because you don't have an answer to that question. But you should. It's your responsibility. So, step one allows a system of evaluating a new sales rep in the first 2 to 3 months of their employment. And in most countries, that means you can fire them if they're no good without any legal repercussion. And whether they are suited for the organization. This is critical. Human resources. Are they responsible for hiring? No. Are they helpful in making sure you keep the right people on board? They should be. And step one has got an answer in there for making sure you've got the right people on board in the first place. Actually, no, not just step one, but step 0 as well is critical in making sure you've got the right people. So here we go. Step 0 gives human resources a framework to develop the skills of salespeople. What skills can you develop? You can develop the skills of cold calling. You can develop the skills of speaking about product, of speaking about USPs clearly and effectively, and you can develop the skills of proactivity from a very, very early stage. You can develop marketing people and experienced sales reps further into mentoring new salespeople. Do I work in any organizations where this is reality? No, I don't. I don't have one customer where the HR function is robust enough to take development to this level. And that's where they should be. Yeah? I'll just read this. Step 0 can become the foundation of an internal sales skill development program with the longer term goal of managing sales training needs in-house. So the principle is that good step 0 should be done internally by internal people. This is not something that should be outsourced. And if it is done internally, then it can act as a learning machine and a development tool for a number of different functions within the organization, specifically salespeople, marketing people, experienced sales reps, and the HR people themselves. There's a massive level of learning capability that is untapped and not used in most organizations. And it comes through the sales pipeline. Pretty cool, huh? So, promoting good sales management practices through coaching. Yeah. So your sales management tier, yeah, can be developed in hand or hand in hand with the pipeline management structure. If there is one, and if you know about it, and if you use it. Most HR people do not care about pipeline management, yeah, because they think it's completely out of their jobs. Well, here's the good news for you, HR. If you carry on thinking in this way, in 10 years' time, you will be out of a job because the need for HR to get closer to their sales environments is critical for the purpose of keeping their jobs. HR is an outsourceable function at the end of the day and will go in that direction unless value is found at different areas to which it is being found today. And if you solve sales, then you don't need to worry about any of the rest because they'll keep you purely on that basis. Promoting consultative sales behavior. Okay, the targets piece. Targets can now have a practical application within appraisal processes and individual development plans. Target setting, management by objectives, the appraisal discussion at the end of the year or twice yearly. These things often fall and get confused and problematic based on reward and measurement systems. Human resources are asked to take part in the discussions that create reward systems. Yeah? And so for me it's just a no-brainer. I like that expression. It means you don't need a brain to understand it. It's a no-brainer to suggest that HR people should be conversant with the different stages of the pipeline so that they can go into that reward discussion with conviction and quality and focused on a decent result, which is motivational for salespeople and gives the organization what it needs. So, the definition of sales stages can be mapped to existing or new competency structures to bring life to organizational competency work. In a world where competencies and competency structures are given a lot of lip service and not much meat, the pipeline management system gives the HR function a different view and way of thinking about its competency framework. Competency frameworks can be linked to the different stages within the pipeline. For example, in stage 4, the ability to translate from business needs to our solutions, a competency. Yeah? Customer understanding, the ability to bridge this competency of bridging itself. Another example, step 0 is able to pick up a phone and create curiosity in the mind of a customer who has never heard of us before. Okay? So these functional competencies are something that can be linked very, very clearly into the pipeline itself and give HR a much better framework for understanding what is needed of their sales people and sales teams. There we go. Thank you.